If you're still bass fishing and the water's under 50 degrees, you, my friend, are built just a little bit different, right? This is the time of year when normal people are out decorating for Christmas and we're out here wondering if our ride guides are going to freeze solid. All right, so when it comes to bass have gone full energy saving mode. They're basically floating potatoes right now, right? So their metabolism's tanked, digestion's on vacation, and they're not chasing much of anything. They're hunkering down deep, just waiting for something slow and easy to wander by. Kind of like me at the snack table after Thanksgiving, right? And at this point, it's not about reaction, it's about patience, precision, and probably a little bit of stubbornness. So if you still got open water and the will to fish it, stick around because this is your under 50 degree bass survival kit. All right, lure number one is gonna be the confidence bait for this time of the year, which is gonna be your blade bait. When the water drops below 50 degrees, the shad start dropping and they're dropping fast. Threadfin shad really can't handle cold water. And once temps hit mid to low 40s, they start getting sluggish, floating to the surface and doing that slow, helpless flutter we all know too well. And when that shad kill starts happening all over the lake, bass don't see a tragedy, they see an all-you-can-eat buffet. And that's why the blade bait becomes the ultimate confidence bait. And that subtle vibration and flash perfectly mimics a dying shad doing its best impression of a cold, confused shad saying, "Tell my family I love them." Now, keep this one tied on as long as you can stand the cold. Use slow lifts, soft drops, and long pauses. Think finesse, not power. Because right now, you're not trying to trigger aggression, you're trying to look like an easy meal falling out of the sky. Now, the swim bait actually still works in this cold water, but you've got to have the patience of a monk, right? Forget those flashy, fast retrieves from early fall. This isn't about covering water anymore. It's about convincing one sluggish bass that your lure is the easiest meal in the lake. Once water drops under 50 degrees, everything goes into slow mode, right? So this is why this is slow rolling season. You can use smaller soft swim baits or subtle glide baits, something that looks weak, not wild, barely turn the reel handle. And if that tail is just barely wiggling or like it's thinking about moving, well, you're doing it right. The goal here is simple: look like a dying snack, not an Olympic sprinter. All right, next lure I have for you are gonna be these guys right here. This is your deep, cold hammer. Grab a ½ ounce or an ounce spoon, heavier if deeper. Use your electronics, find them before you drop, and drop straight down, right? Snap your rod tip 1 or 2 feet and let this flutter on slack line. But watch your line, most bites will happen on the fall. That flash and vibration create micro turbulence bass can feel through their lateral line, even in dark, cold water. This looks and feels like a dying bait, and that's exactly the story they are waiting for. The next lure I have for you is going to be this guy right here. This is going to be the finesse jig. And when that spoon bite finally dies off, and it will, it's time to downsize and grab the finesse jig. Think small. 3/16 to 1/4 ounce tops. Keep that skirt light and pair it with a compact crawl or creature trailer. And at this point, bass aren't looking to chase anything down. They just want an easy meal that's barely moving. You're basically trying to hand feed a sleepy fish, right? Like a medium power rod with a soft tip. Sometimes I'll even break out my BFS setup for this. That softer tip keeps you from ripping the hook out when the bass just lazily mouths it, right? It's not flashy, but this is going to be your cleanup bait. Now, when the lake is quiet, the air's cold, your fingers are numb, this little jig is going to be out there doing the work. So when you get down to it, under 50 degrees, the theme is really simple. Slow, subtle, slow again, right? Every vibration, every flutter, every pause has to look effortless, because to a winter bass, that's the only meal worth moving for. Now, if your water isn't quite sub 50 degrees yet, good news for you. I got 2 warmer options for you. So if you're sitting in that 50 to 55 zone, your video is right there. And if your lake is still 55 to 65 degrees, I got a video for you right there. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you.